All right, so let's get ready to go. Show y'all what I'm wearing real quick. I believe y'all have seen this outfit before. Shoes are called Gaia. Skirt is J. Crew. This stole or faux fur is from, I believe, Marshall's. Coat is from Aritzia. Headwrap is from Modern Day Classic. And then my shoes are from, my earrings are from J. Crew. So let's go ahead and get ready to go to some fabric stores. Okay, so I just pulled up to Michael's. Before this, I went to JoAnns Fabrics, or the missing or the non-existent JoAnns Fabric here in the Charlotte metropolitan area. So I called them and they said that they do have one in Monroe. That's going to be a weekend trip and I'll probably take my mother. But I just pulled up to Michael's and we're getting ready to go see a couple of swatches in Michael's, and then after that I'm going to go to Hobby Lobby, and then there are some local fabric stores that we are going to hit. Also, I need to stay off of Mood. I found all of my fabrics in or on Mood. The only issue that I have with that, I'll probably end up ordering some swatches. I want the feel of it. One of the things I want to make sure with this collection, whether it be accessories, the headbands, or the head wraps, is the material. I speak about material all the time. I don't want any missing edges and I don't want any dry hair. So although I love the fabrics or the prints from Mood, I need to order swatches because I want to be able to feel them. I don't have an issue with like the cotton, the rayon, the polyester, and things like that. The only thing is that if I am going to do a cotton, because we know it is a very rough fabric and we know that it can be very drying, just need to make sure that with that type of headband or with that printed headband, there's going to be a silk or a satin lining. Okay, so let's get ready to go into Michael's. Oh, and I also have the infamous headband, so I'm going to see if I can find something to mirror this. This is going to be the very first debut, and I'm going to have 3 iterations of it. So let's go see. Okay, so this is disappointing. I am going to turn y'all around and show you what they have. So we definitely cannot do anything with this. Although that zebra print is cute, but that's not what we're going for. So, on to Hobby Lobby. A couple of luxe fabrics. Something that I definitely would not do for a headband or a head wrap, but I do actually really like this. I think it would be neat to do something like that with a headband or a head wrap, but in due time. That's not what I'm currently looking for. More fabric. I find this one to be interesting. Not really what I'm going for right now though, but they do have some velvets and things like that. So I'm assuming that, I guess, when it comes to Michael's, this is my second location. I guess it just depends on the demographics and what they carry. So lots of prints, not prints that I'm into, but lots of prints. Have some fluffy prints right there. Looks like some linen and some solid colors. Looks like some felt. Pretty colors, but wrong material and not the right idea. And as a matter of fact, I don't see any animal print, and I don't see any prints that I would particularly use. So on to the next. So this is satin, and this is more than likely what I would use for the lining, even with the headband, should I find a print that I like, but it's very abrasive. As I said before, fabrics is going to be very important. I just want to make sure that it's quality, but this is satin, so this is definitely something that I would think of, or that I would use. We are in Hobby Lobby. I see 2 animal prints. I see this one, and that kind of mirrors. I see this one, and then I see this one. I don't like this one. It's too light. So that's the first 2 options that I'm finding in Hobby Lobby. Now this I absolutely love. This looks like to be snake, and it's in black. This I absolutely love. I would do this in a headband, and then of course the lining would be satin. So get a little closer. That I love. And then if we turn it over, that's definitely going to be drying, but that satin lining that I showed y'all would be on the bottom of that, but that I love. Found 3 animal prints. So we have tiger, looks to be cheetah. I think this is tiger or cheetah, but if I put this up like this, that resembles a little bit That can also be an option. And again, these are cotton prints, so they would have to have a lining. Velvet, and these are gorgeous deep colors. Could probably be something for like a holiday collection, and of course it would be lined, but these colors are beautiful. This is the first Hobby Lobby that I've been to, and the problem that I'm running into, and I don't know if it's coming across on the camera, but you get what you pay for. The prints are nice, but they look cheap to me. So I think that's going to be probably my main issue. Hobby Lobby does have a larger selection than Michael's does. And then I'm assuming that JoAnns Fabrics will have even more selection, but that's going to be probably for the weekend, so which is tomorrow. All right, it is the next day, you guys. Good afternoon. So I'm getting ready. I told you yesterday that I'm getting ready to go into JoAnns. I'm hoping that they have more fabric choices. So let's go ahead and see. All right, so I found 3 selections. I found a snake print, I found tiger, and then I found cheetah. So I'm going to turn y'all around. So this is the first one. I like this. This is kind of thick, but it's very silky. And so here's the tiger. And then here's the cheetah. This doesn't exactly match my print, but I do like this. So I'm gonna note this one. Good morning. So it is Monday. It is 10:49 a.m. and I just kind of want to go over a few things that I have already learned. So the very first one is fabric and fabric choice. And this is not to demean anyone who chooses to buy their prints from large chains like JoAnns Fabrics and Hobby Lobby. I personally, like I said before, one of the things that I want to make sure I get right, because I do want my brand to be elevated, I want it to be chic, and I want it to be sophisticated. But I also want to make sure that I get the fabrics right. All of the fabrics that were in Hobby Lobby and JoAnns, it wasn't just about the feel of them or what the actual fabric was, but it was the look of them. So the first lesson is that I now understand, especially if someone is looking to be more of like a boutique company or more of an elevated company, I now understand why people choose to source their fabrics from, I guess you could say, a boutique fabric store or from someplace like Mood or overseas. So I now understand that what I'm looking for is more than likely not going to be in a large chain store. And that's fine. Like I said, this is not to demean anybody who chooses to get prints and chooses to make things from that type of store. You guys know that this is going to be the prototype, or this is going to be the original. If I get closer, you can see that this is scrunched or it is ribbed. And I personally believe that that is how this headband is so voluminous. That's why I love it. And when I asked y'all on Instagram, that's the reason why you love it. What I did not know is that fabric actually comes like this. There was a print in, I believe, JoAnns that was already crinkled. I was not aware, this is my first time dealing with fabric, but I was not aware that fabric can come like this. I thought it was some type of technique that a seamstress could do. So that's the second thing. Now, and that might be a hurdle, but I have no issues trying to look for animal print scrunched fabric. The next thing that I want to talk about are the iterations that I plan to do. So this, of course, is going to be the original. When I find this type of fabric, because this is a polyester satin blend, so it's very silky, it will not dry your hair out and it will not take your edges out. This is going to be the first iteration. A lot of the fabrics on Mood, or the prints that I like, and I will show y'all here in a second, they might be drying. So I'm either going to have, this is the first iteration, it's going to be some type of silky fabric, but then if I cannot find that and I still like the print, it will be lined, right? So that's the first iteration. The second one is literally going to be, if I just take like this elasticized part right here, and then I take this apart and I take this apart and just kind of like slice it right here. Basically, the idea is to have the elasticized part in the back, and then the part that you're going to come up here is going to have like 2 pieces of metal in it, and you're literally going to be able to tie it with the volume. You're literally going to be able to tie it how you want. That's the second iteration. The third iteration is going to be this, but some of y'all were talking about y'all have big heads. But I want it to be adjustable. So basically what I'm thinking is it's going to look like this, but on the inside, there's going to be an adjustable strap. So those are my ideas for that. Now, let's get into the actual fabrics or the actual prints that I found from Mood that I absolutely love. So like I said, it's going to be the animal print collection. This is going to be the original, and then I saw other animal prints that I love. So it's just going to be a collection, and then with those 3 iterations. But I was able to find, and I believe I said that this was tiger in the store, but it's zebra. I don't know my animals, y'all. But I found this gorgeous fabric right here. It is a polyester and satin blend, and it feels amazing. And so of course on this side, that's not the side that I want my seamstress, because tomorrow I'm actually going to take this, and I also bought some elastic, and I'm going to bring this and say, listen, I need you to make this, and I need you to tell me how much you're going to charge me to make this, because I do want a prototype, and of course I'm going to show y'all. It really shouldn't be that difficult, but of course I want the volume. So I'm going to see if she can do that with this. So I'm excited for that. But let me quickly show you the other prints that I found from Mood. Okay, so I found 5 prints that I'm thinking about to put in the collection. So the very first one is going to be this. I think this is going to be the original product, or the original, or the inspiration print. I love this print. So we see right here that it is a rayon chalice. It is like a silky texture and things like that. But every time I find a new fabric, I look it up. And when you look up rayon chalice, it is like a silky texture, but it can have the tendency to dry your hair out. So this one will have a lining. Okay, so this is the very first print. I love this print. Okay, and then the next one is this beautiful print right here. This is tiger, and I think that this is beautiful as well. So if we look at it, this one is also rayon chalice. So it would be the same thing. I would want to make sure, and this one would be lined. This one is a tiger, but it's the entire tiger, and I just really love the print. And let me see if I can show you the entire print, because I really like that. And I think that it would be different and look good on a headband. Okay, so that's the third one. And then I found this one. This also looks to be tiger, but I love the color. So let me go ahead and show you this one. And that's what it looks like up front. And I love the color. So let me see if I can show it to you like that. So for this one, I love the color. And you see that this one says it's a chic brushed cotton twill. So that is definitely going to have to be lined. Okay, so that's the fourth one. Let me show you this one. This is a snake print, and there are 3 different iterations of this one. Okay, so we see this one right here, and we see that this one is a snake python printed polyester. Polyester is a silky texture, and I don't think that it has the tendency, when I look it up, it has the tendency, or it can dry your hair out. But like I said, it will be 3 different iterations of that headband. And then you see that it has the, I guess you could say, medium, then it has the light, and then it has the dark. All right, so that is the 5th print. And then the last one, I love this last one, and it's different. It's green and black. So let me pull this one up. So this one right here, it's saying that it is linen and rayon woven print. So this will definitely have to be lined. But I absolutely love the print, and I think that it's different. So those are all of the prints that I'm thinking about. And then, like I said, eventually I want to get to the point where I'm able to have all 6 of those prints in those 3 iterations. So the original, the adjustable, and then the one where you can actually tie and make your own headband. Because what I'm going to do is I am going to order swatches, because before I start ordering 5 yards, 6 yards, and 7 yards, I want to feel the texture. I just want to make sure that it's something like this that's silky, because I have found that this does not, mess with my edges, and it does not make my hair dry. But if anyone knows any other stores or anybody else to reach out to, please let me know. Like I said, this is my first time doing this, but I also want to make sure that I do it right. But I also understand that I am going to make some mistakes. This is very new to me. And the third thing that I just want to say to y'all to wrap this video up is, if you have something on your heart, if you are thinking about starting something, just start. Just start. I read a comment, or I read some type of saying where it said, the price of success is embarrassment, right? You have to be willing to put yourself out there. I have been thinking about starting a head wrap line forever. I told y'all in 2024, I wanted to do things that took me outside of my comfort zone. And then in that last video, I told y'all in 2025, I'm just going to be delusional. So if you have something on your heart, I am encouraging you in this video to just start. because I've already learned something about fabric, and I have already learned, like I said, this is not to demean anybody, but I have already learned if I want the elevated fabrics, they're not going to come from the local or from a huge chain. Okay. So the next time I see y'all, I'm going to have the prototype. I'm going to reach out to my seamstress today. I'm going to have a couple of prototypes. I'm hoping with that fabric, she'll be able to make a couple just so I can see. Okay. So I just want to remind you, here on YouTube, I do upload videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And of course, right here, I'll put my Instagram handle. And I want to thank y'all so much, because without you, without your support, this head wrap line would not be possible. Bye.
We always have it coming.